is the North End. This is the North End.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to the North End. My name's Aizaz, and here's the 5 things we learned today from Liverpool versus Manchester City. So number 1, Premier League refereeing is awful. So let me start by saying I'm a Liverpool fan, yes, but I spent a lot of my time growing up in Manchester. I was raised in a place called Burnage, made famous by the Gallagher brothers. And up the street this way was a place called Wythenshawe. That's where Anthony Taylor was born. Down the street this way is where Manchester City played until 2003, I believe, a place called Main Road. Wythenshawe is a hotbed of Manchester City fans, and it's 12 minutes away from Main Road. It's a fact that Anthony Taylor referees Manchester City games in a national, world-class, global league. Let me say that again. A guy from a 12-minute drive away from the home ground referees their games. Now, if somebody thinks that that is not a joke, then please hit me up on the comments and please justify how it's possible that Anthony Taylor referees Manchester City games. Absolute gong show, I have to say, about Premier League referees. What's really funny as well about this is Premier League fans, and particularly over in the UK, they have this like really elitist attitude towards the league. Like, oh, if Glasgow Rangers played in the Premier League, they would be a championship team. Obviously, coming at you from Toronto today. Oh, if the MLS champions played in the English League, they would be League One at best. You know what's League One at best is the refereeing in the Premier League. It's an absolute joke. The bias towards English players is also a joke. As a Liverpool fan who is of the age where we benefited from Michael Owen and Steven Gerrard getting those decisions, that's fine. You know, I can definitely admit the fact that we had those decisions. I didn't do it, you know, and yeah, I was benefiting from it. But I always knew deep down inside that if you touch Michael Owen like this, or if you touch Steven Gerrard like that, it's a penalty. But it's just interesting how, conversely, Bernardo Silva can hang off Mohamed Salah, then flick an elbow at him, or someone can do a double footer through the back of Mohamed Salah, and it's not even a foul, let alone a yellow card. It's not even a foul. I'm so over it. I'm so over the bad officiating. You know, our very own JP talks about a top 6 bias. I'm a Liverpool fan. I don't necessarily see the top 6 bias over the fact that there is just crap officiating. Now, I'm not saying that top 6 teams don't get more decisions. Sorry, I should have been clear about that point. I'm just saying, as a fan of a traditional top 6 team, I'm also like totally over the fact that these officials they're just not fit for purpose. They're not fit, firstly, they can't keep up with the game. But on top of that as well, just bad decision after bad decision. And the funny thing is, Anthony Taylor really didn't want to give the really wanted to give the Manchester City goal today. Firstly, it's a corner to Liverpool. Ederson makes a great save. He's not even given credit for that great save because it's a goal kick, apparently. Then there's the pull on Fabinho, which is actually soft, which will come around in a minute. And the goal is not given. Now, the funny thing about this is, as well as everything I've just mentioned, now that there's this weird camaraderie ego between the VAR people and the on-field referee, that Anthony Taylor, the man who didn't want to give the goal, now has to go to the frigging monitor and give the goal because his peeps have told him to go and check it. It's just terrible. It's just a total shit show. I don't know how we fix this. I don't know what we do. I guess maybe we can start by having a referee that wasn't born and raised 12 minutes away from where a team plays. Still can't believe that. To my knowledge, that has to be one of the most stupid things. And I watch a lot of sport. I watch a lot of sports documentary. You know, if this ended up being in some kind of like Untold series one day, I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, it is what it is. They're the refs. We've got Bravo, best league in the world, and all that good stuff. Point number 2, Manchester City are still the team to beat. Look, kudos to Arsenal. They beat us last week as well. They won again. They're onto something. Obviously, they've got some momentum going for them. But Manchester City are a brilliant team. It's crazy that today I felt some of those emotions I felt when they had the ball. They're just so strong in all areas. They are commanding. You know, what I loved about them today was there was no smash and grab. There was no parking the bus or like camping out on their penalty box. Just a great football team. And I know they're given all the resources. I know all that stuff that's thrown at them. And it's not wrong. Sure, you can do that with the oil state money and everything. But what Pep Guardiola has built there is absolutely beautiful to watch, and they are dangerous, and they are the best team in the league, in my opinion. And you know what? I have to call that out because it's easy to get on here and just talk about the good stuff that Liverpool did or the bad stuff that Liverpool didn't do in certain times. But you know, in victory, I can definitely say that that's just seem at times just like, where is the weakness in this team? Of course, they had a couple of injuries today that we took advantage of, but yeah, it was crazy how good this team is. Number 3, so apparently, if you hadn't heard, Haaland can be stopped. And look, there's a joke between the North End crew where a few of us said Haaland would get 15 or 20 goals this year. He's obviously already got that. But, you know, the thing that frustrates me the most is Manchester City don't even need to show up for about 20, 25 games of the season. If you watch their matches, there's a lot of teams that just roll over. And today was a blueprint of how you can actually play against them. I would love to see other teams take that up, because the thing is, everybody wants to harp on about how crap Liverpool have been this season, which we have. I've been the first to say it. But interestingly enough, we were able to raise our game because the champions were in town. And interestingly, not that many other teams are able to do that. Teams that are apparently better than us or certainly higher than us at the moment. So, you know what? Haaland's a beast. Like Klopp said, the best number 9 in the world at the moment. But you know what might be good is if certain other teams can actually step up and challenge him and play him like it's a proper football match, rather than just giving him the freedom of their stadium. So, yeah, great job. Apparently Haaland can be stopped. Still so dangerous. Still didn't give us a second to breathe, but he didn't score, and I'll take that as a win. Point number 4. I've been talking all season about how our big players haven't really been playing. Wasn't enamored with Fabinho's performance. I thought he did okay. Trent's one of the players that hasn't been playing that well, and he wasn't playing today until a lot later. Would have loved him to have got the goal. But Mo Salah, Virgil van Dijk, and Alisson really stepped up today. Now, Alisson has been amazing. It would be a lot worse if Alisson wasn't at the level he was at. Spoke to a Brazilian friend recently who was like also adamant that there's no comparison between Ali and Edison. It's not for me to say, because obviously I'm a Liverpool fan, but he is now universally acknowledged as Brazil's number 1 as well. Just his sheer positioning, he very rarely actually needs to make an outstanding save. He says he prides himself on that. But even today, he made one, for example, low to his right, outstanding save. He's just such a sure pair of hands. But then on top of that, Virgil van Dijk, alongside Joe Gomez as well, actually, but Virgil van Dijk looked back to his best today. Great performance. He had a lot to do with what I was talking about on point number 3. And then Mohamed Salah, yes, he should have scored earlier. I couldn't believe he didn't actually score that, but in hindsight, what a great save by Edison. But otherwise, Mo was the man today. He was, never gave the Man City backline a second, always running the channels, just so strong, blatantly fouled 3 or 4 times. He never let it get to him. He just kept going, got the goal, the winning goal. Yeah, Mo Salah, world class. No matter how he's playing, he always has those moments in him, and maybe he kickstarts this season from here. And point number 5, as with Mo, this is the time for Liverpool to get their season back on track after this. We had a great win in the week. Away in the Champions League is never easy. I don't care what people say. I'm not going to disrespect Glasgow Rangers like that. They are worthy Champions League. They're a worthy Champions League team. They beat PSV. They're in it on merit. And yeah, we went to their ground. It was 1-1 at half time, and then we battered them 7-1. That second half performance was great. We had some really good front end action today as well. So things are slightly looking up at the moment. For us, with the Liverpool high standards, the league table still doesn't look as great as it could do, but that can improve as well. But yeah, no, the point number 5 is we just have to get our season back on track. I think there's 5 games now between now and the World Cup. We've got to try and win all of those and see where we're at with the break. Anyway, they're the 5 points that I would like to highlight from today. Please like, subscribe. We've got a new person doing some Crystal Palace content on our channel as well. Please give him some love. And otherwise, we shall see you later this week. So all the best. Hope you had a great weekend. I know I did. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.
This is the North End. This is the North End.